What's up guys, Chris Barr of First Productions here. Today is a special video because we have hit 2K subscribers on this YouTube channel. I want to thank all y'all for your support and just coming by and checking out my content. I really appreciate it. But today folks, we're going to be checking out and we're going to be talking about something I never told you guys. I never shared this on YouTube, so this is going to be the first time I ever throw this out there. But I'm going to talk about my life and how trains changed my life to the fullest. Let's get started. Okay, so this story begins when I'm in 6th grade, a 13-year-old kid, not knowing any better, just acting like an idiot, um, just doing kid stuff, doing what an unmatured, frickin' 6th grader, obviously. Um, Back then, I played Fortnite. I just played Fortnite every single day, be on the Xbox, just Fortniting. And let me tell you this. I am a terrible Fortnite player. I was never good at playing that game. No matter how many people tried to get me better at it, I just wouldn't get better at it. So, I would do that. I would do my homework and stuff like that. And, yeah. In the middle of the year, my 6th grade year, I met this kid named Max Larcher, aka Who Doctor 55350, also known today as Who Doctor 350. I also met another kid named Connor Berry, um, and his name was on Xbox Button Crown 06. And you've seen both of those guys on this YouTube channel. And we became good friends, just talking. We would play football at recess and stuff like that. It was a great time. But then, in the middle of the year, I decide to be a freaking idiot and decide to swear in front of them. Their parents heard it, and what did their parents decide to do? Tell them that they could not be friends with me anymore and block me. Now, I was not going for this. I wanted to know why the heck they blocked me. So I decided to do some things that got me into trouble. 6th grade year was the first year I ever got a demerit. I got a demerit for lying to my teacher. Now, when I tell you my teacher's name, you're gonna laugh because it's funny as heck. Um, this was my ELA teacher, English Language Arts teacher. Her name was, get ready for it, Mrs. McDonald, or Miss McDonald. Ha 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 ha, very funny. Yeah, get your giggles out, get them out before we continue the story. Go ahead, get them out, laugh it all off, or do whatever the frick you do when you hear something funny. Um, so yeah, Miss McDonald, I lied to her, and she decided, yeah, okay. But then the principal heard me, and they told me later on that day, because they pulled me out of class because they heard me harassing Max Larcher, and they said, I don't want you talking to that young man at all. If you do, things are not going to go well for you. And what the frick did I decide to do? Not listen to a dang thing they said, and I decided to lie to my teacher saying, oh, my principal said I could apologize. But that they did not say. They told me not to say anything to him, which I completely did the opposite of what they told me, and I told them that, tell my teacher that they said that I could apologize to him. What a great freaking idea from Chris Barger, the First Productions. Now, of course, this is before I got a YouTube channel, or even thought about getting a YouTube channel. I don't even know what the frick I was back then. Excuse me. Allergies are crazy this year. Um, yeah. So I got a demerit, and a demerit is basically a warning against you. You get 3 demerits, you get a detention. Plain and frickin' simple. Now, that was the last of him for that year, and I haven't heard any more from him that year. Then we get to the summer of 2018, and we become friends again, and we play Minecraft, we play Fortnite, me just being on the Xbox just like any frickin', at this point, 7th grader does. That's cool. So, I was friends with him during the summer, but that would change into 2020, into the first couple of weeks of my 7th grade experience. He claims that we don't have anything in common. He don't want to be friends with us. Fantastic. That is a complete excuse. You can be friends with somebody even if you don't have anything in common. And I can tell you for sure now, we definitely don't have anything in common. Because I know he sure don't like trains. That's for dang sure. Matter of fact, pause. I never told you this, but here's the whole reason why I made that bullying railfanning video. The railfan bullying video. Because I'm in an Xbox party with Max Larcher, or Who Doctor 350, as known today. He says, "Hey, Chris, do you just do, this is what you do with your life. You just stalk trains every day. Stalk the engineer, stalk the conductor." I'm like, okay, you don't get it, do you? You really don't get it. You don't get what we're there for. You know what? And I was not going for it, so I decided to make a video about railfan bullying, which I guess was successful, I guess. But, excuse me. But getting back to the story, I really wanted to know why he didn't want to be friends with me, so I decided to harass him. I decided to get revenge on him, and that would lead me to get into even more trouble than what I did in the first year. Now, I got a total of 4 demerits that year. One was we were playing football, and I called Max Larcher a piece of crap. Okay. This is really dang stupid. And what did Max Larcher decide to do? Well, he thought it would be a great idea to just go in after recess and tell the principal. I knew he told the principal because he walked that way, and not even 5 minutes later, they called me down to the principal's office. And needless to say, it was not a very nice conversation. But you know what? I decided to come clean and tell them the truth. I did know what they called me down for. I decided to come clean, said I called them a piece of crap. But come on, guys. Seriously? A demerit for calling someone a piece of crap. Now, if I call them the other word, yeah, I can see. But I called them a piece of crap. And honestly, I don't think that's worth a demerit. I think that was a little much. But that's just my opinion. So I got a demerit for that. And I get 2 more demerits uh, for that year. One, I didn't even see. Now, I was in art class when this happened. They claimed that I said, I'm just gonna say it, God damn it. They claimed that I said that, and I said, God dang it. Yep. Totally misheard me, thought I said God damn it instead of God dang it, which I said God dang it, but she thought I said God damn it. So what did she decide to do? Without me even mowing, I get a demerit for potentially saying God damn it, but I said God dang it, so that's a fake demerit in my opinion. Um, so that would be the last demerit until a couple weeks later, I got a ban from a pencil sharpener. Now, why would I get banned from a pencil sharpener? Well, number one, it was a distraction to me. I like pencil sharpeners because that's weird, and I'm a weird kid, and I'm an idiot. But, yeah, I knew I was banned from the pencil sharpener, but what did I decide to do? Well, because I'm a frickin' idiot, I decide to go ahead and use that pencil sharpener and sharpen my pencil. She was really upset with me, and behind my back, she rates me a demerit for that. It seems like everything you do, you get demerits, right? That's how it seems to me. And then I thought that'd be last demerit, and that'd be the only demerit for the day. But wait, there's more! Of course there's always more. There's always more with Chris Barr of the First Productions, as in getting more trains. Now, where am I supposed to go with this? Oh, I know. Um, we're in drama club practicing for our play, The Wizard of Oz. Great play, great movie. Um, and I see this kid sitting in the chair. Now, I had nothing against this kid. This kid didn't do anything to me. But what did I decide to do to this kid? Well, known as me as being a stupid idiot, and I kind of am still a stupid idiot to this day, I decide to tell him to stand up, and as soon as I tell him to sit down, I decide to pull his chair. And he fell on his butt and started crying like a baby. Now, why the frick would I do something like that? One, I already told you I'm a stupid idiot, and I'm a little prankster at times. And I regret that moment very, very much. Um, so yeah, teacher's seen it. She looks at me and she tells me, you better never do that again. But guess what? Knowing my luck, she writes another demerit. That gives me the third demerit of the trimester, which means, guess what? Chris Barker, the First Productions, gets detention. Yay, I get detention because I'm such a stupid idiot. Well, I go to detention and they are not happy with me whatsoever. They tell me I really need to clean up my act. They say, Christopher Barker. They said, they said my full name. They said, Christopher Barker, you need to clean up your act. You really need to clean up your act. You needed to get it together, and we just talked about this, and you don't learn. Now, I definitely took something away from this detention. They really cleaned my mind up. Like, I really needed to get on with my life. And that was the last disciplinarian thing. I don't even know how to say that word. The last disciplinarian consequence I got that entire year. So summer rolls in shortly after. I'm done, and this is when COVID hits. So I get the merit, and COVID hits, and then we go ahead and hit the summer. Now, summer goes well, you know, having fun, doing kid stuff, you know. And I actually did film a freight train over that summer. I'll put the video up right now. Yeah, racing what was uh I-137, but it was called Q-137 back then. Completely empty intermodal train. Completely empty. I filmed that on my Snapchat and posted it in my story. So that was really the first train I did, but I never thought it would become a hobby just yet. So school starts up again, 8th grade, and after the 7th grade year, I really get into my YouTube channel. Well, I actually started my YouTube channel during the 7th grade year, going to different places, but I didn't start playing and doing anything with my YouTube channel until the summer of 8th grade year. What game did I decide to play during the summer? Well, I'll tell you exactly what it is. Stormworks Build and Rescue. It was the only game I played, and it will be the only game I played until the end of 2022. I would play this game 24/7. I loved playing Stormworks. I decided to do videos on it, and I overall just enjoyed playing it. It was a good way to get stress off my mind, because stress is not good. I thought it was way better than me just screaming at a freaking TV screen all day, like playing Fortnite and freaking raging at all the freaking hackers or whatever the frick they were, because I was terrible at the game, and I still am. But it was a good way to get my stress, and I enjoy playing it. So 8th grade starts. and 7th grade ends, and I start becoming friends with a guy named Landon Strauss. I am still friends with him to this day. Now, Landon Strauss was a nice kid. I enjoyed being friends with him. I started playing Fortnite with him before I got into Stormworks with him, which was nice and stuff like that. We play. But in the middle of 8th grade year, right, knowing me, I have to ruin something, and I have to do an idiotic move to get him to stop being friends with me for a while. I decide it would be a great freaking idea to call this dude 30 freaking times a day. Every day is what I would do. Now, why the frick would someone do something like that? Well, because number one, they're a stupid idiot, and that being me. I didn't know any better at the time, and he was the first Snapchat person I've ever added. Then when I got Snapchat, I over abused it, and I called him 30 freaking times. So, yeah, it was pretty miserable. So, principal calls me down, and she gets hanged on to this mess. And she tells me this is harassment, you need to stop doing what you're doing. And guess frickin' what? After she says that, no, my stupid butt, I decide to keep on doing it. And he gets sick of me and decides to block me and all this other stuff. Which he should have, because I was wrong. Okay? She blocked me and we weren't friends for a while. And I totally learned my lesson about that. So, yeah. And then I would stop calling him and I didn't talk to him until summertime. Or didn't really get involved with him until summer of 2021. We became friends again. We started playing Minecraft. We started playing Minecraft, more Minecraft, and fun stuff like that. I'll continue my Stormworks series, and now I started playing American Truck Simulator, which was a fun game. And then guess who decides to come back and decides to be friends with me again for a little while? That's right, Who Doctor 553505. Who Doctor 350 or Max Larcher decides to be friends with me again. And which was great. I've been friends with him from the summer of 2021 all the way until the first couple weeks of high school. Okay, so summer goes on, we're having a good time. We get into arguments, but we forgive each other, and everything gets like that. So I pretty much fricked up my life a couple times, and yeah, I mean it's good, and then we roll into high school, and I'm still friends with Max Larcher. I'm also friends with Landon. I'm friends with Connor Berry. He came back and been friends with me the whole time, ever since 7th grade. And, yeah, I became friends with him, and then I decided to call him up while he was in class. I was sick that day, and I wasn't thinking. And then he calls me and says, or I call him later, and he's like, Chris, you got me detention because you called me in class. I was completely delirious and completely, honestly, I didn't know what to think, so I just dropped my phone and I called it a day, not thinking anything. I look back a couple days later, know that those icons on Snapchat are gone, which only means one thing. He removed me as a friend or blocked me. He blocked me, okay? And then a couple weeks later, I get on the Xbox channel, and he's like, why did you block me? And he's like, Chris, I'll tell you why I blocked me, because you're annoying as heck and you can't learn your lesson. And, yeah. And that was the end of him for a while. And then I get into high school, meet new friends. Now, the first new friends I met at my high school, their names are Jake Fear, Andrew Fromberg, and Jack Fountain. Jack Fountain and Andrew Fromberg have been on my YouTube channel before, but those videos got deleted for I don't need to list the reasons why. I got into arguments with them, and it eventually, I never got in trouble with Curly. I've never ever gotten in trouble with Curly. Um, but I've gotten close. But yeah. So got into arguments, stuff like that. You know, things like that of nature. And then later on, it was before a snow day. I go back on Xbox, play some Minecraft with my friends, and guess who shows up? Good old Max Larcher shows up again, and I decide to talk to him, and he actually decides to stick around to talk to me after this mess. It was a snow day that day, so I decided to talk to him. And I explained how things are going, why you can't be friends with me, and stuff like that. And I thought he was going to leave me on black. Nope, I was wrong. Um, so yeah, that was the end of him for a while. And then I got into clocks and grandfather clocks and stuff like that. And yeah, been hooked into that. Then I go on my YouTube channel and I start looking at videos of clocks and, you know, being a clock fan, I guess. I was hooked into the hobby, so I don't know why. So, my hobby started from 6th grade as liking Rubik's Cubes and just being absolutely obsessed with them, to playing Stoneworks, to clocks. Then I found rail fanning and trains. And how I found trains could be my new hobby, I looked on YouTube, looked at a train video, and I was like, you know what? This is something I can do. This is something I can do on my YouTube channel. I got a YouTube channel. I can film trains for a living and enjoy the hobby because I've always loved trains my entire life. But I never thought I'd be filming them like this. And needless to say, I started rail fanning and I enjoyed every bit of it. And it's very stress relieving to me. And rail fanning has changed my entire life. I could never be happier, ever. This hobby is something that I absolutely enjoy. It's something that has absolutely changed my life. It's a great way to get outside the house and do something besides looking at a computer screen or a TV screen and raging at it all day in Fortnite. It's a great way to meet new people that you've never met before, make new friends. It's a great way to just relieve stress, in my opinion. I think it's very stress relieving. And I met so many friends by the tracks. This is where I met Edwin, Billy Dorsey, which is CSX EMD Railfan. I met Dave, who is Baltimore and Ohio RR. I met Edwin. I met Wesley. I met Trainzilla, and a whole bunch of other people that love railfanning just like me. It's a great way to make new friends. And again, this hobby has changed my life dramatically. I have something to do with my life. I have something that I love to do in my life. I have something and I have a great passion. It's something that I want to do when I grow up. I want to be an engineer on CSX. I wanted to be a mariner, to work on a ship, but that has completely changed when I got into the hobby of rail fanning. This hobby is amazing. It has changed my life dramatically. Like I said, I love doing this. It is amazing seeing all the beautiful trains and all this cool railroad equipment at work. It's just something mesmerizing about it. I cannot describe like the transformation of myself when I started rail fanning. I'm just absolutely amazed. I am a whole new person, and I can just say to anybody who ever asks me what life is at the train tracks, like what is life trackside, and I can tell you it is absolutely amazing. Seeing all the cool trains just pass by, watching the rail cars, counting the rail cars, it is absolutely amazing. This is just one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life. And it's something that I never thought that I would do. And it's made my channel thrive. I've actually go with a couple rail fans to different railroads. I go across the country. Well, not across the country, but I go across the East Coast filming all these different railroads and all these different trains. It is just something wonderful that I do with my life. And I can't say enough about it. It's just the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. Seeing Reading 2102, all this cool stuff is just something that is just it's just changed me completely. I'm a whole new kid. I'm not this horrible idiot kid like I used to be. This has changed my behavior. It's changed my life, and it's got me going down the right path now, because I was going down the wrong path, and I didn't know what I was gonna end up like. But rail fanning has saved me from making horrible mistakes, and I just really enjoy rail fanning, and I go to different places, and it's just absolutely amazing. So yeah, it's awesome. Trackside wins completely. I love rail fanning. So folks, there's my story and how trains changed my life. Again, I said I was going down the wrong path, and I was. I'm a whole much better kid now. I'm still trying to learn some good things in the world, but I am no longer this ruthless, horrible, idiot kid that don't know any better. I am still friends today with half of the guys from my middle school that I completely annoyed to death and was rude to. I'm still friends with Landon Strauss, Connor Berry, and I'm no longer friends with Max Larcher. I've not talked to him in a while. He can't stand me. But you know what? I'm not worried about him anymore. He's out of my life. I got better things to do with my life than worry about him. And so yeah, that's it. You'll never see Who Doctor 55350 on this channel ever again. Also known today as Who Doctor 350. And I'm friends with a whole bunch of new people. Andrew Linton, Edwin, and I just recently became friends with Railfan Wesley again. I also am friends with Billy Dorsey, Jake Tomei, all kinds of guys. So, yeah, that is my whole life story, and that's how I got into railfanning and how trains changed my life. So, yeah, there you go. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers.